All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only champion spotlight. Today we're going to be talking about Ceez. He takes a while to get. I'm not going to lie, especially in a mystery shard only run. He takes a long time to get. You do get him from the logins. It takes you about what 2 years and 2 months or something like that, is some crazy amount. So if you pull him, then I guess you're lucky. So yeah, either way, we're going to take a look at him and see what makes him kind of cool. I actually do like him, and you're going to see why. So let's take a look at his skills real quick. His A1. He attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance. Sorry, no, not a 50% chance. He places a 50% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns if the attack is critical. So having him do crits is critical to his kit. No, no, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry. All right, attacks one enemy 3 times. Fills his champion's turn meter by 10% on each critical hit. Also places a perfect veil buff on this champion for 1 turn. So he can veil himself and he gets extra turn meter, so that's kind of nice. He attacks all enemies. He places a 30% increased crit damage buff on his champion for 2 turns before attacking. And he heals this champion by 5% of their max HP on each critical hit. So basically, every time he crits, he's doing something good. And that's kind of what makes him really nice. Now, this is where his kit gets kind of easy, kind of cool. He steals 15% of the turn meter from an enemy with the highest turn meter at the end of his turn, and it can't be resisted. That means it happens every time. So that's a really cool skill to have. Now, what would you use him for? I don't know. Let's look at what we did with his gear, and then we'll figure that out. So we basically put him in, no surprise, some crit damage here. We tried to get his crit rate as high as possible. I wasn't able to do it as high as I wanted to. So we may switch this to crit rate, but at this point right now, I'm going to leave him at crit damage. Even if he misses a couple times, it's not the end of the world, but you know what? We are looking for gear now. That's going to boost his crit rate. He's got attack on his little chest here. It was a 6-star piece that had speed, and that's really what I was looking for, was more speed to get him kind of faster because he was a little bit low. So we did get a little bit of attack from there. It is a flat stat. It's kind of annoying. Once again, we'll be looking for some other pieces, and we've got speed on his boot with some crit rate, and then all the other pieces have at least some kind of a crit rate on it. We're looking for more though, so we need at least 1 or 2 more pieces. Maybe one would be good enough just to find. We're probably going to look for a 6-star perception piece that has an attack percent that has speed and crit rate. That's probably going to be enough to fix him, and I think we'll be okay. So now he's got attack on his ring. He's got attack on his amulet, which should be crit damage, but as of right now, it is not. It is just straight attack. And then we have attack on his banner. Now, we could switch this to something else. As of right now, we're just going to leave it on attack, all right? But we definitely could change this to something else. It was just what I had at the time, and it had speed on it, so we know it, we kept it. So let's look at his total stats. As of right now, like I said, they're not perfect. He's got 31,000 HP. He's got 4,463 attack. So that's actually not bad. That's not terrible. My best hero, I think, is around 5,500, and I think that's Cleo, 53, 55, somewhere in there. He also doesn't have a blessing, which is why he's going to be a little bit weaker. He's got 1,900 defense, so it's a little low. We do want to get that a little bit higher. Luckily, we got a 6% defense awakening on one of the pieces, so that's kind of nice. 205 speed, still not where I want him. I would want him to be in that 240 to 250 range probably, just to get him a little bit faster so he can get off his turn meter kills a little bit higher. 75% crit rate and 162 crit damage. Like I said, one more piece would push him into that 90 mark, and then we'd be at least okay for now, even if we didn't get to that 100 mark. Resistance 150 and accuracy 146. Now, the reason I didn't care about those things is because his skills are interesting, right? He has increased attack, so we don't need accuracy for that. He fills his turn meter and drops a perfect veil, so we don't need accuracy for that. And then he increases crit damage on himself. So he doesn't need really any accuracy. He just kind of does his thing and does damage. Now, where would we use him? Well, honestly, there's a lot of places we could use him. I mean, even Arena wouldn't be a bad idea for him. I'm not even against it. But let's look and see a team that we could possibly fight in here that would be, you know, at least reasonable, that we don't have to spend 3 hours trying to fight them. There's going to be a lot that are bad. All right, let's try it. This is a terrible fight, but, you know, let's try it. So we're going to pull her out, and we're going to bring Ceez in. All right, so let's see. Now, we're not going to auto it because this is going to be a harder fight. And if there's stone skins and things going on that I don't like, we're going to probably have some issues. But let's see how this goes. Yep, I knew there was going to be a stone skin. All right, so actually, funny enough, it's better that it's on her. So here we go. We do attack up, and we're going to try and freeze everyone. That's the first order of business. So now they're frozen. She can't revive anyone. So her being whatever is okay. Now, this is where we have to decide what we want to do. It attacks all enemies and places an increase crit damage buff on him, but it's going to lower the turn meter of whoever has the highest turn meter, which at this point doesn't really matter. Hopefully it's her, but it won't be. So let's do it all attack. Look at that. We killed him, 21,000. Not terrible. We also got a counter off, which is nice. So now we're going to want to try and kill Death Knight. And he did lower the turn meter, so that's good. And now she can return everyone. So we're just going to use this skill because we want her dead. All right, so now we're not going to be able to do anything to her. So we're just going to keep doing this and see how much damage Ceez can do on his single targets if my boy here doesn't kill her. So there you go. So now this is his 3-hitter. Attacks one enemy 3 times. All right, and it does increase his turn meter on each crit. So let's see what we get. Look at that. 3 hits, all crit, and he got his little turn meter off. So yeah, 59k. He actually beat out Yannicka even with that AoE. Obviously, Yukaro is going to be the monster here, but yeah, that turn meter drop is not anything to play with. Let's see if we can find one more that we could kind of see what he does. This is definitely a hard fight. We don't want to mess with that. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. There's a lot of sucky things in that fight. I don't know if we were. Here we go. This is a interesting fight. We'll try this. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they're not. All right. I want to get a really good AoE hit with him that doesn't have. Hopefully this doesn't kill everybody. I almost don't want to do it. Oh, this is a tough call. Let's see. Let's just see what happens. All right. So they're not dead. That's good. So now let's see what happens when he gets his AoE off. So let's see how much damage he can do here. So there, 25, 19. That's not bad. None of that's really terrible. To be honest, he's probably a really good, if you got his crit damage up, he's probably a really good arena hero because he's going to lower the turn meters a lot. And he has a lot of really cool skills that keep him from being targeted. Now, if there's an AoE damage dealer, obviously it's not going to do anything for you. But yeah, either way, really good hero. I would actually say he's not terrible for the arena. I don't know if I would choose him for the arena, but he's not bad. Like he's got reasonable skills. He's mostly like kind of an off-brand support, which is interesting. Now, as far as Faction Wars goes, yeah, we will be using him in here. Unfortunately, actually, is this open right now? This is open, so you could use him in here. I don't know if he's going to be the reason we end up winning this eventually, but we can give it a shot just so we can kind of see if we can get 3-star this out. We're not going to auto it. We're going to actually try to win, see what happens. But now he's actually level 60. He wasn't level 60 before when we tried this. So now we got an AoE and we dropped turn meter. We got this AoE from Gerda. Gerda's going to be a big help in this fight. And then we've got an AoE here from our boy, who's awesome. All right, we'll crush him and then crush her. Hopefully this will be a good fight. But yeah, he's going to be really useful in here. He's going to be one of those heroes that I think is going to be really helpful, especially for the boss fight. Now, we want to kill somebody who does the most annoying things. He can switch HP, I think. He can swap it. She can kill everyone. So let's try to kill him. 1, 2, 3. Almost killed him. Not bad. And lowered the turn meter of this guy. So that's not bad. We want her dead. And then we start moving into other enemies. You don't want to fight this guy right off the cuff because he can poison everyone. So let's see what his A1 does. Let's just, he's locked on skills. We're going to try and kill him. So 18k, not terrible. I'm not mad about that. Now this one, here we go, use the AoE. Our Ogryn team is a little bit off brand right now, so we're hoping that we can do some stuff here. Let's see, he can take a good hit too, which is nice. I don't think she's going to lower turn meter. No, he heals, that's not good. We might want to try to kill him eventually, but he's going to poison everyone. Here we go, AoE. All right, he's close. He dropped his turn meter, and now we can do an AoE. And look at that, they're dead, and we don't have to worry about them anymore. Who's annoying here? They're all annoying. These guys can do a lot of damage. If they start cracking out with their skill, it could be bad, so we're going to try and kill them first. 1, 2, 3. All right, so he got 2 crits, so it's still not good. Like I said, we want to get him up to that 90 mark. That would probably be our best course of action here. Hopefully we can get in there. All right, let's punch this girl in the face. And then we've got him going again. He's going to do a decreased turn meter, so we want to try and kill these guys. Who's he going to decrease? There we go. Took one of those guys down, which is nice, honestly. Having that one extra hit, it could be something that saves the team. There you go. She's dead. All right, hopefully. Oh, they killed someone. No bueno. But yeah, we could probably do a 3-star with this team. We just need these guys to not be all my level 50s. Oh, and she got killed. If they were level not 50, we probably would have won this one without a 3-star. But yeah, we need some more 6-stars. We don't have any other 6-stars. But yeah, either way, he's not bad for this. We just need better other heroes because these two are good. I'm not mad at those two. Ceez is actually really good. He just needs to stay alive. Like I said, his defense was a little bit low, but Not bad for this fight if we have a support. If you have a support Ogre that could put a shield up or do something like that, put a shield setup on your team, he would have survived that and we would have gotten a 3 star. So that's not bad. And if these guys were actually the right level, unfortunately their gear is probably terrible right now. But here, let's look at their damage just so we can see. Yeah, Grush, 269, 249, 230. So he's in range. I mean, he died earlier and they got more attacks in too. So he actually would have been probably the highest damage dealer in here if we actually kept it. So yeah, you can use him here. I don't have a problem with it. The turn meter drop is really good. Other than that, we did use him in dungeons. I don't think I would really consider him for. I mean, you could use him for Spider as a secondary AOE damage dealer with the turn meter drop. The only downside is it doesn't go to the boss. So I don't think Spider's a good spot for him. I think it's just okay. Like for maybe earlier stages, I wouldn't bring him into higher ones because you don't know where that turn meter is going to go. It's probably going to go to one of the baby spiders, and more than likely you have a tank that can take the hits if you're playing it correctly. So you probably don't even want to use him there. Ice Golem, I mean, it's not unuseful. It's not useful though. It's not like I would have better heroes. There's heroes that can bring more to that fight. The only fight that I would say he's really good for would be Fire Knight, and that's because he does that turn meter drop. You can easily bring in your turn meter drop specialists. Let's go into stage. Let's go into different stages. We'll go lower just so you guys can see it in theory. So we'll bring these guys in. So let's just say we want to bring in. We got 3 hitter here. We've got a 3 hitter here. She can drop turn meter. She can drop turn meter. She can drop turn meter. Let's see if taking her out of the mix changes anything because she has only single target. And bringing Ceez in, actually, he has a 3 hitter. So we might be able to do something here. Let's see how the damage works out here. We have Apothecary in the lead as a defense hero. Probably not the best option. I would probably pick attack at this point because this is a low level area. Maybe in stage 20 and above, you might want to have the defense. But is this a team I would pull into higher end areas? If you can kill the waves, I would say it's fine. If you're just starting the game, he's probably pretty good for this kind of stuff. But I wouldn't really say that I would choose him for higher ends of this unless you have heroes that can protect him. Like if you bring your Carl in here, yeah, he can survive and be fine with this fight. So there you go. We got 3 hitters. Pig Boy has a 3 hitter. So that's already getting it down. All right, he did that. She's going to come in and use that. And now now here's the thing. We don't have this set up for turn meter drop exactly. But you know what? We're going to auto. Nah, yeah, we're going to auto for now. Let's see what happens. This is only stage 15. All right, so she does use it, so we're good. So say now Soulbond came in and used it. He's going to, look at that, lower the turn meter every single round. So now every turn you get a turn meter drop from Ceez, which is nice. There you go, more turn meter drop. So you're guaranteed a turn meter drop. So for this fight, honestly, if you can keep him alive and you have good heroes, like if you're trying to fight the higher end stages, yeah, I'd probably say someone like Yakarl. Who else has turn meter drops that work really well here? What do we got? Visix. Those are the kinds of heroes I would bring him in with. He did reasonable damage. Look at this, 286, which isn't bad considering my Fleshmonger is really strong. Like he's got good gear. So he's one of my favorite heroes, which is why he's built so well. And we're not finished with him. But as you can see, it worked really well. Boss didn't even get a turn, which is nice, right? His 3 hitter helps get the shield down, which is good. 3 hitter here, 3 hitter here, 3 hitter here. So you've got your shield covered, all right, pretty much almost perfectly. And Soul Bond's great for that one-off turn meter drop. You just have to set our AI to always use that skill first. Otherwise, you may, at least at higher levels, have an issue. The reason we brought in, I think, was it in Blood Feathers, because she has speed down also. So having a speed down hero is also kind of important for the higher levels because it stops him from gaining his turn meter fast enough to actually get a turn. Because if he's fast, if he's normal speed, more than likely at stage 20 and above, you're going to see that he's going to get turns. So yeah, this is definitely a reasonable team for early game. I would definitely bring in some other heroes that can do a little bit more later on. But either way, if you're building them hard, they'll play hard, and that's kind of how it works. So yeah, that's basically the main areas I would use him. Anywhere that turn meter is useful, uh, turn meter drop at least is useful, I would bring him in. So the spiders, he could be useful there. Fire Knight, he's definitely useful. Even I don't think Iron Twins is really his home. I wouldn't bring him there, but definitely some spots in Doom Tower. I could definitely see some stuff there. Any secret rooms where you only can use epic heroes. That could be something you could use him for. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of places that I would say he's good. I am actually very excited that we built him. I don't hate him, and I cannot wait to see how much he can do once we actually build him a little bit better. I mean, he's okay right now. I don't hate him, but as you can see, he's got a little bit low power right now. We want to get his defense a little bit higher. We want to get his crit rate a little bit higher, and we want to try and get a crit damage little thing here to get his damage, skyrocketed up to oblivion. We want to get that crit damage above 200, and then I think he's going to be a pretty valuable asset to our team, and we're going to have a lot of fun with him. I think in the city, especially when we have a lot of limitations, he's going to be really helpful for that turn meter drop. He could be useful in Dark Fae, where Dark Fae likes to attack everyone, and you want to keep her turn meter down. You can literally turn meter her to death also. So that's someone that says could easily be someone in there that does that. And as long as you can kill the ads, yeah, he's got the AoE for it. And you can get through that too with him. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions or places that you use says and things you want to talk about, feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You help the channel grow. And we do a live show every single week. And if you want to become a member for $1.99, you can because you want to support me. That's why. Otherwise, I'm not mad at you if you don't. All right. Yeah, but you do get a free video every single week. So there's that, and it has no commercials. And you get to see my videos whenever you want. So there's that too. All right. So yeah, this is Ceez, the really interesting, kind of badass looking troll goblin looking guy. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys take care.